Hello, students. Today's class is about the poem Peacock by Sujata Bhatt. Sujata Bhatt is a diasporic writer. Now, the meaning of the word diaspora. Diaspora means when the people, due to some circumstances, have been sent or under the pressure of circumstances or by their choices, they settle in some other countries and they miss their own lands, homelands. And when they express themselves, it shows the feeling of their missing their land. So, let's begin this poetry, this poem, The Peacock by Sujata Bhatt, and I am making a model reading. So I request all to concentrate on the lines. His loud, sharp call seems to come from nowhere. Then a flash of turquoise in the peepal tree. The slender neck arched away from you as he descends, and as he darts away, a glimpse of the very end of his tail. I was told that you have to sit in the veranda and read a book, preferably one of your favorites, with great concentration. The moment you begin to live inside the book, a blue shadow will fall over you. The wind will change direction. The steady hum of bees in the bushes nearby will stop. The cat will awaken and stretch. Something has broken your attention, and if you look up in time, you might see the peacock turning away as he gathers his tail to shut those dark glowing eyes, violet fringed with golden amber. It is the tail that has to blink for eyes that are always open. So, this is the model reading that I have made. Now, we will move on towards explanation part. Let's move on to the explanation part of the poem Peacock by Sujata Bhatt. His loud, sharp call seems to come from nowhere. The poetess says that his loud, sharp call, the loud, sharp call of the peacock comes from nowhere. That means she doesn't know from where the sound has been coming. Then a flash of turquoise in the peepal tree, a blue flash. Turquoise here represents the blue color of the peacock. The peacock comes and perches on the branch of a green, very green peepal tree. The combination of blue peacock and the green leaves of the peepal tree makes it very beautiful. Coming on to the beauty of the peacock, the poet says, the slender neck arched away from you as he descends, and when he descends, his neck, he looks, or we can say it looks so beautiful. And when it descends, when it bends down, and as he darts away, and when he moves away, a glimpse of the very end of his tail could be felt. Now the peacock is not visible, but only the tail which plays a very significant role. Now, after that, the poetess says that I was told that you have to sit in the veranda. She was being instructed to sit in the veranda and read her favorite book. But the moment she enters into the book or she tries to concentrate, she is captivated, or her attention is being diverted from the book to the peacock. A blue shadow will fall over on you, will fall over you. The wind will change direction, and the bees will all of a sudden stop humming. The other things present, other creatures present in the nature, in the vicinity, will all of a sudden become alert and abrupt. The cat will stretch and become very alert. The bees will stop humming, and the wind will change its direction. This is all the elusiveness, the descriptive approach that the poet has followed. Something has broken your attention. Something here is the peacock, the presence of peacock. And if you look up in time, you might see peacock turning away as he gathers his tail. And now the poet sees the peacock gathering its tail, the tail which has blinking eyes, or the tail that has to blink the eyes. The eyes here are the pattern of colors that is mentioned, that is by nature by the creation of Almighty is present on the peacock's plumage, its feathers, and that beautiful pattern captivates all of us with that orange color in the center and the violet borderings with the brown patch surrounding it. So the poetess says something has broken your attention, and if you look up in time, you might see the peacock turning away as he gathers his tail to shut those dark, glowing eyes. The peacock wants to shut those eyes. So the shutting of the tail is symbolic of gathering itself. And moving further to the more colorful picture in the conclusion of the poem, we come violet fringed eyes. That means those eyes are bordered with the violet color and with golden amber. Brownish shade could be seen. It is the tail that has to blink. It is the tail that has to blink. And why the tail has to blink? Because the pattern, that beautiful circular pattern, has been referred to as innumerable eyes of the on the feathers of the peacock, for eyes that are always open. And the poet says that these eyes are always open. So the peacock is gathering its tail to close them, to shut them, to make them blink for a while. So the poem brings before us a beautiful, colorful imagery of peacock's plumage. Moreover, the peepal tree, the peacock takes Sujata Bhatt to India. Maybe she's in Germany, maybe she's anywhere, maybe she's in USA or anywhere, but it takes her to her own homeland with the memories of that particular vicinity where the poet inside her made her come out of her shell and express this way. Moreover, elusive nature of peacock is the speciality of this poem. The words turquoise and arched, descends, glimpse, moreover, the moment and the attention and fringed and golden amber, all these words add to the beauty of the poem. Now, recapitulation time. Use of colors in his plumage. Flash of turquoise, the peepal tree, which gives us the green color, enter into the greenery, the green color. Blue shadow of the peacock falling over the poet, golden amber and violet fringed. All these phrases are the use of colors and various shades by the poet in the poem. There is a connection between the tail and the eyes in the conclusion part, which is very, very important. The pattern on the feathers of the peacock looks like eyes, but these eyes are not real eyes that can blink. So, when the peacock shuts its tail, as if the eyes are blinking, it seems as if the eyes are blinking. So, pattern looks like eyes. So, what is the connection between tail and the eyes? And the next point, the tail appears as an illusion of blinking lot of eyes, which is the beauty. Let me explain this line again, that the tail appears as an illusion. Illusion, not a real thing, because the eyes that were open when the feathers were open, when the peacock was in its full mood to display those beautiful patterns and its feathers. Now when it is shutting its tail, closing its tail, the pattern looks like as if blinking of the eyes. Moreover, elusive nature of the peacock has been brought by the poetess in the poem. Elusive means which is difficult to find. We have discussed the beauty of the peacock, but also some activities have been explained. The poem describes the activities of the peacock which are very, very elusive, like his loud, sharp call coming from nowhere, glimpses of this elusive bird, and the gathering of its tail. All these are points that makes the peacock very elusive in nature. I hope this gist of the some points will definitely help you. Thank you.